Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk to y'all about this game called Star Realms Academy by Wacky Wizard Games. And what this is basically a junior version of a game that they made called Star Realms. It's a little deck builder. Probably I've seen it at most or as cheap as $10 for the really bare bones base set, and then it gets really expensive because it's been out for a while and they've got all these crazy expansions. And what it is basically, like I said, deck builder. It's you against another opponent. So it's a two-player game, head to head. You start off with a deck of 6 cards. They're going to be 5 scouts and 1 viper card. And then all you're trying to do is just whittle your opponent's health down to 0. You start off with 15 health, and then if you're the second player, you start off with a coin to get going. And like I said, all it is that on your turn, what you're going to do is you're only ever going to have a hand of 3 cards. So I think that's great. That's very manageable for the target audience. And then you're going to play said cards, all of them. Again, you can never have more than 8 coins. The difference between this game and regular Star Realms is that you can bank and save up coins. But other than that, it pretty much plays the same. I have it set up here to where it's a little bit later in the game. I already, bought some cards, have a base going. And like I said, what you're going to do is play your hand. In this example, I have 2 scouts and 1 viper. So that means I would get 2 coins. There you go. And then attack for 1. And then if you do have a base already bought previously and it's already in play, you get to activate its ability. So in this example, I would get another 2 coins, and then I would look at the market, central market, and then buy something. So let's say I wanted to the key here is that there's also 3 different factions. You got your yellow cards, your blue cards, and your green cards. Yellow cards usually, from what I can see, usually deal with drawing cards. Blue cards are more about healing, and then the green cards are more about dealing damage. So let's say I was trying to build a centralized deck with yellow cards. So I would waste all my 4 coins on these 2. When you buy a card, it does get replaced immediately. And then any cards that you do buy go to your discard pile. And then when your turn's done, you would draw up to 3 again. So I only have 2. You would shuffle your discard pile and then draw, and then it would be your opponent's turn. The way cards work in this game, like I said, there's 3 factions, and you would just play them like the example I showed. There are some special cards that play, let's say, like this, where let's say in this example I played 2 scouts and this Imperial frigate. You would just do the top action. So in this case, I would just do 2 damage to my opponent. What you were trying to do, or hopefully you try to do, is build, like I said, a deck that has a lot of synergy, so that you draw those yellow cards more often, so that you gain the secondary effect. So here in this example, not only would I do 4 damage and get 1 coin, I would also draw 2 additional cards because I played a yellow card alongside one another. There are some cards that only have 1 ability, like this base as well. Bases are cards that when you draw them and you play them, they stay in front of you, and when your opponent attacks, they have to attack the base first. So there's a health. This base has a health of 2. And so let's say my opponent was hitting me for 4. It would take off the 2, and then I would lose 2 health. And then that's it. You're just drawing, playing your cards, buying from the market, shuffling, drawing, so on and so forth. It's amazingly simple. What I do always need to kind of keep an eye on is making sure that the play area is neat, because they do, Tori and Alex did get kind of confused, like, oh, what's my draw deck? What's my discard pile? When should I shuffle? When's the right time to spend? Now in regular Star Realms, all the tokens are mainly just in your head. Like, you can download, I usually download an app that keeps track of those, of my health points, my HP, and my coins, and then any hit points as well. But with this game, you know, they give you the board, they give you this board, so it's very visual. I think that's good in keeping, you know, connecting the dots, and like, okay, this is my health, this is how much I have, this is what I got to look out for. The other difference is that coins or currency gets carried over. In regular Star Realms, from what I believe, is that let's say if I had, I know the hand size too is like 5, I think, and if you let's say it was later on and I played this, I would have to either use it or lose it. In this game, you know, if I play this, I get to gain 2 coins and then choose to save it. So that again helps, I think, with again with the smaller hand size. It's a good balance, so that it also shortens the game as well, so that you're not constantly trying to wait for the other person to empty the market, and, you know, for those higher currency cards to come out. And then the other thing is it keeps it quick, because there's no that's the other thing I wanted to mention. There's no way to burn cards in this game. I'm not sure if the regular Star Realms you're able to do that, but in this game for sure there's no burning of cards. And what that means is that typically what you want to do is you want to have a small deck so that you get those cards that you want to play and get those chains going. You don't really want to get a deck of this size, because you're just going to be getting cards that don't synergize and don't go well together. So that's something I could see Tori kind of like connecting the dots, and she really liked this game. She, I will say, component wise, the tokens are well made. It's thick cardboard. Cards are a little flimsy, like really flimsy. So I got them in Dragon Shield, you know, with the regulars. I usually like non-glare sleeves, but ironically enough, Tori says that they're harder to see, so I put them in the just clear card sleeves, and that helps with the shuffling. Of course, they're smaller, they're younger. It's going to be, they're going to be handling a much smaller deck as well. So doing this, you know, is fine for them. There's no stress on there or pressure for them to like, oh, I really got to make sure I shuffle good so I get the good cards. But yeah, that's it. The other thing is that they, you know, you're only ever dealing with 3 factions, 4 icons, not a lot of math. And yeah, so if Tori was interested in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of those Hello Kitty plushes from McDonald's. And I was like, okay, well, if you want to get into that world, let's start off with the baby steps, and this is the perfect baby step in my eyes for her. So that was Star Realms Academy. All right, see you later, guys.